In this video, we're going to be continuing with our order of operations unit, and we're going to talk about how to solve problems when they have fraction bars included in them. So it says, when solving an order of operations problems with fraction bars, it is important to solve all of the problem on the top before solving the problem on the bottom. Once you've solved the two pieces, then you can divide them. So you're going to divide the numerator by the denominator. All right, so let's look at an example. And there's two methods for solving this. You can either go side to side with this problem, or you can kind of work it top to bottom. Either way is fine with me. So if we look at the first one, I'm going to work everything on the top first, and I'm going to work side to side. So I'm going to do 8 minus 8. First, 8 minus 8 is 0, so I'm going to do 0, and then I still have this times 1, and then it's all over 9 because I haven't worked with the denominator yet. Then I'm going to continue with the top. 0 times 1 is 0, and then I still have the divided by with the 9. Now just remember that a fraction bar really means division because there's a bar and then there's stuff on the top and there's stuff on the bottom, and it very closely resembles a division symbol. So 0 divided by 9 is just going to be 0 in this case because 0 can divide 9 perfectly. Let's look at a second example. In this example, I'm going to work it top to bottom so you can see the different method. So I'm going to solve all the top first, and I'm going to go up and down. So 1 times 4 is going to, or I'm sorry, 1 plus 4 is going to come first, and that's going to be 5. And then I'm going to do the bottom. So I have a grouping here, so I need to do 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. And it is to the second power. So 5 to the second power is going to be 25. So I've now finished the top and the bottom. So I'm going to bring it back together. So it's 5 over 25. Now in this case, 5 does not divide 25. 5 cannot be divided by 25, I'm sorry. So in this case, we need to simplify the fraction. I don't want you to turn it into a decimal, I just want you to simplify it like we've been doing with our other units. So we're going to divide by 5 in the numerator, and we're going to divide by 5 in the denominator because they both end in 5 in 5s, so I can divide by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1, 25 divided by 5 is 5. So that is my simplified answer because the numerator is 1. So what I want for you to do is I want you to do problem number 1 and number 2 on your own, and then unpause the video when you're ready to review them. So if we look at number 1, I'm going to work this one side to side. So I'm going to do 4 to the second power first because I'm going to do the top. 4 to the second power is 16 because it's 4 times 4. I have not touched the denominator, so it's just going to stay 2 to the second power. The numerator is done, so now I'm going to work with the denominator. 2 to the second is going to be 4, and the numerator just rides with 16. And I can do 16 divided by 4, so I'm going to do that division because a fraction bar just means division, and I'm going to be left with 4 in this case. If you look at number 2, I'm going to use the top to bottom method. So I'm going to solve the numerator first, 3 to the third, which is really just 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Then I have another times 3, so 9 times 3 would be 27. So this is going to be 27 up top. 1 to the second power is just 1 times 1, so that's going to be 1. I'm going to bring the pieces back together. So I have 27 over 1 now, which if I just divide that, that's just going to be 27. Now we can't forget about this little plus 6 piece out front. So we are going to have 6 plus what we solved with our fraction was 27. 6 plus 27. And if I finish that up, 6 plus 27 is going to be 33.